When we last left off, I believe some of the party was in the castle ruins, and some of the party was in the town.
I
was in the town. The other two were going back to pick up more goods.
Yeah, and I was at the. So we have one person in town. We have two people ferrying shit.
I thought we've already ferried all the shit.
I think we just finished it up when we...
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just skip to being done. I left Sean with the ridiculous amount of money that everything got sold for.
And then I already typed out how we distributed that, so...
Yeah, because I've got a gold piece value sitting in my gold pieces.
Palespire, are you okay? There we go.
Does this mean we need to cast shopping?
Oh,
I did not look at my,
Just FYI, the reason I asked Tailspire if it was okay is, for a split second, when I started it, it appeared as, a full-screen window, then it shrank to, like, a 480 by 360 window for a moment.
Nice.
Okay.
And then it went back to what size it was actually supposed to be.
Okay, which means... Okay. I now have, this much gold.
By the way, are you still using Beefalo, or...?
Yes, I will always be using Beefalo.
Yeah, he's not me, where I have a different board for every map.
That's
Although
new.
I have stopped doing that.
They added a little thing in the top left showing all the things you have control of.
That's always been there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No?
I don't think I've ever had control more than one thing at once, so... Maybe I just didn't see it as... Oh yeah, of course, it has always been there. I just didn't mentally jot it down because I've only ever been one person. Why is there just a...
What the...
Please excuse my... things in progress.
Wait.
What?
Lamp.
It's actually pretty damn bright.
Oh no, I can afford that.
Were you making that as a unique object?
Yes. Just real quickly, I was adding lamp to the unique creatures list.
In case we have the same situation as my dungeon.
So, hiding it does not actually remove my control over it.
Oh
no.
I killed it.
Oh.
For some reason, it's still in our list, but we can't select it. Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
that
it's
was just a sync error.
It was sitting there waiting for someone to put it down, I believe.
I started making it go everywhere, and then it apparently died. Oh shit! Yeah, we have to cast shopping, don't we?
I mean, not necessarily in RP, unless there's something real special.
I already
Real
did.
special?
I already did a bunch of off-camera shopping.
I still needed to refund my folding boat because Todd doesn't like my boat, so I have more gold to spend.
What?
I told him that he wouldn't be able to use the boat. It would mess things up.
Oh, for the world map or something?
Yeah, so as you get back, a heavy iron boat rocks into the shore, and the whole town just starts cheering and running over, because the guy has shown up with ridiculous amounts of fish. And as you look at the boat, it has teeth marks all over it. Like, dug into the iron.
Oh. So you're doing the same thing I did, which is, yeah, boats are kind of scary in this world because there's sea monsters out there. It is really hard to see
sit
shit.
there with questions and wonder how far you have to go out with a boat to get that result, but...
The captain steps off, looks at the small foldable boat being unloaded and goes, "Yeah, gods, did you seriously go out there?"
Yeah.
I mean, we were sticking pretty close to the shore, but...
You're lucky.
Thanks, I guess.
I mean, we took, like, 3 trips that took, like, a day apiece with it. I don't know.
Oh, it's close to the shore? You must have only... Either you went south or you... Wait. Wait, please hold as I actually check directions here.
He goes and checks the world map.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is it actually
So,
south?
like, you must have gone east or not very far west, because when you start going west is when it starts getting really dicey.
Real fun.
It's like, I could swear I've traveled enough, I could swear I'd remember this, but...
You went west, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, and the thing is, you've traveled enough that you start thinking about it and you realize, oh yeah, this specific area is known to have sea monsters.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons that you can't just that the behind the forest has not been contacted. You know, no one's been back there. Is because you can't go there.
That is fair. I think I had wondered in passing, like, once why people didn't just take the sea route to that castle.
Okay, I'm allowed to look at enchanted armor. I open up Wondrous Items, the Wondrous Items tab, and it just goes, no, fuck you. Items.
Oh no. Oh, do I want that or want
It
that?
worked. So I am looking for a... What do I have right now? Do I have a belt on? Yes. Belt of the Giant, Strength +2. A headband. Got a Helm of Confidence. Do headbands and helms work together, or do I have to get rid of one of them?
Think they take separate slots? Let me check. One sec.
Pretty sure they do.
You're good. You're fine.
Okay. So I am looking for... Yeah, a headband slot. I am looking for either hand or... I'm looking for wrist. Why?
There's
Why
a
are
good
you
item.
looking for
I believe it's wrist that is instant disguise.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm
That'd
doing
be
this.
great if it would let me look at things that are 403 forbidden. Why?
Okay, actually,
This is why
before I
you
do this,
buy books.
so, in this town, is there anything we're limited in buying?
In this town, yes. Very much so. In the larger town that's up the road a ways, a bit less so. Still, if it's something that you wouldn't expect to be necessarily everywhere, run it by me.
Shit,
Can
I
I-
already
can I
did that
at least-
shopping.
Yeah, can I at least assume that I can find somebody that can enchant my armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can assume, honestly, most things. Just no artifacts.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Okay, so I have 4 gold left.
Oh! Is anybody willing to lend me some money so I can buy the our braces of armor +5?
I have 4 gold.
Those don't stack with armor.
What?
Yeah, Now, interestingly, the Amulet of Natural Armor, I think, does.
Yeah,
Why the fuck
but the
would-
bracers of armor, you don't want them. You
They
just don't.
basically exist for wizards. That's really...
Yeah, no, I was reading that. It's kind of dumb, but
They also prevent you from equipping any enchanted items in your body slot.
Really? I forgot
Yes.
that.
That's why you don't want them.
I'm not saying... Oh, yeah, no, I see... What? If the braces of armor grant a larger armor bonus, the other source of armor ceases functioning. Why? What the Okay.
who knows, man?
Bull. That is deep-fried bullshit, but okay. Okay.
Also, Cloaks of Resistance are always nice.
Yeah, I might...
Especially with my Wrathful Mantle.
Oh, okay. That's... Or wait, yeah.
Well, I'm happy.
Yeah, I double-checked everything I bought, and it looks like I didn't, go and
So-
buy anything that's strictly a problem.
I suggest the sleeves of many garments.
Okay, I've got...
I have something I would suggest for you, except for the fact that, you're strength-based, so I'm not sure if it would actually be best for you.
I've
What are
got
you talking at me?
some decks.
Oh.
No, I was talking at Xander.
I've got
Gotcha.
some decks. I've got +3 to decks. I just have more.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're strength-oriented.
Yeah.
Still though, maybe. Pretty much everyone on the internet is of the opinion that Celestial Armor is just the best in slot for, light armor.
I am wearing light armor.
Yeah, as of it's either this level or next level, you'll be able to wear medium armor without negatives.
Oh, I think I already have that.
Or is it next level you get heavy armor without
I think it's
negatives?
next level we get heavy. I'm going to probably be sticking with light, just because that's the character.
In that case, Celestial Armor is pretty much universally considered best in slot.
Okay. Am I going to be able to find that?
Probably. I looked at it and it's not artifact. It's
I was
it's just specific magic. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
yeah, Todd
kind
is
of
the real.
asking the DM.
Advice? Yeah. Pretty easily.
Okay. Now if only I could fucking find it.
Well, first of all, when I say it's a bit expensive, I mean it costs 22,000 gold.
I have that.
Ah. Yeah, you should probably grab it then. I've noticed your
Yeah, I'm a little squishy.
OC is a bit.
That's why I was looking at the bracers, because I thought, hey, they would give me some additional armor.
Yeah, also, you want to know how I just spontaneously fly? Yeah, that's one of the things Celestial Armor comes with.
Yeah, I've got...
Here, I'll send you the page.
I just barely got sent the page, and I looked it up myself. And, yeah.
The reason I made that specification about Dex is one of the reasons Celestial Armor is considered best in slot is because it has the special trait of having a maximum Dex bonus of +8 to your AC,
Yeah.
which is bigger than pretty much all other light armor, which is only +6.
Although, it's not that much better than what I'm wearing right now. Especially with my armor focus. Yeah.
Well noted. It's still nice that it has just spontaneous fly.
Yeah, but that's going to be something I'm getting anyway.
If I remember correctly, that page isn't actually...
Yeah. Looking at this, it looks like I'm not going to be able to really use this. It's basically the exact same as what I've got now, with a bit of a...
What do you even have right now?
I've got Enchanted Masterwork Chain Shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to what it already is.
I've got a +2 Chain Shirt. That, with my Armor Focus and Improved Armor Focus for Chain Shirts, explicitly, yeah, that's not going to work.
I'm interested in the fact that Celestial Armor says it's chainmail, even though it should really be classified as a chain shirt.
That would actually turn it into a +4. Or, yeah, +4 for me. Nod? Is it a chain shirt or is it chain mail?
It's chainmail.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, it's what it says. I don't know why it says it, but...
Alright. So. Gage, off the top of your head, do you remember the, how much, improving something by +1 costs? I cannot.
Magic or weapon or armor?
Armor.
It depends.
Armor +1 is 1,000, but it also has to be magic.
No, it depends.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking at magic armor. It straight up says 1,000.
Yeah.
I have
I
the page
want to
open.
point out, though, that improving it from +1 to +2 is a different cost.
Yeah, that's what we
Okay.
meant.
What's +2 to +3?
2,000, I think?
2,000?
I mean, +2 is 4,000 and +3 says
Oh.
9,000, so...
4,000. There we go.
He said 9,000.
5,000?
+3.
+3 is
right.
9,000.
Yeah.
Alright. Is +4 under 24,000?
16,000.
Can I, get my armor up to +4?
Yes.
Alright. I am paying 16,000 gold to have somebody turn my armor from, +2 to +4.
Yeah, that's why Celestial Armor is best in slot. It's definitely because of that max dex bonus, because, like, even just chainmail, normal chainmail, has a max dex bonus of 2.
Yeah.
Also, it's...
So-
wait, what? Sorry.
Oh,
You're up in the larger town for this. And while you're waiting for your armor to be enchanted and whatever all else is going on, you notice some people wandering the city looking a little bit lost. And you recognize their uniforms.
Oh.
If nothing else, I'm probably going to help them because I'm not
Yeah,
busy at all.
I'll walk up to him and say, "Hello there.
It's like...
Looks like you guys,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's just getting acclimated to the times.
Why do I have a shield bonus? I don't have a shield.
So, first off, both of you roll perception. This isn't a particularly difficult perception check, but let's see if you roll a 1.
He's definitely seen it before me. I'm just trying to figure out my AC right now because...
So, you recognize their uniforms. As you approach, you start noticing that some of the details are different. And this definitely isn't anyone you've met before.
Well, I still ask the same question. Getting acclimated to the times.
More than anything, I believe we're getting lost.
Need some help?
5.
Oh, also, do you know of whatever the name of their kingdom was?
Galashian?
Yeah.
Yes, we are a force sent chasing after some fugitives that came through here
In
from Galashion.
Okay.
You're the first people here that have actually heard of us. Where did you hear of Galashion?
Let me think here. I look around for a nearby inn that has private rooms. But, like, just quickly take a check around.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
You ever look at something you've written and went, okay, I know I did all my math here correctly, but I don't know where these bonuses are coming from.
Oh, that's a 4.
Why do I have a 7 in armor bonus? It was only a +2.
Because it depends on what the armor you're wearing is.
That would do it. I think... What is chain shirt, normally? Equipment...
So, you can't find... Just at a glance, there are not any such inns around you.
You want to go to the park and talk for a bit? Well, okay, assuming this town has a park, I would ask that.
Okay, chain shirt. Armor bonus +4.
I honestly don't know whether there is a park or not, so...
Okay, so 4. So that's +9.
There is. It's a fair
like-
distance away, though.
It's like, you want to go to the park and possibly talk while we're going there, and once we get there, if we're still talking.
They kind of look between them. You hear some things in a language that you don't quite recognize.
If I'm with him, I do.
Yeah, well, they're just discussing whether or not they want to.
Alright.
In the guise of, should we?
Why the hell do I...
And eventually, they agree.
Oh, yeah.
Gage,
On
do you
the-
want to be in this scene?
Yeah, probably. Anyway, I've got a question real quick. I'm sitting here looking at some of the armor specialties that I can add, and it says base price, and it just says a bonus from my armor.
So,
Yeah, I know it takes a bonus, but at the same time, it's not listing a gold piece cost.
it is equivalent to adding a +1 to your armor in cost.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, I sure as shit can't afford it right now, but that's good to know.
It's worth noting that as the price table only goes up to +10, the bonuses you can get can only go up to +10. At that point, you can no longer add additional enchantments.
Yeah.
Is that across all of your things, or...
It's per piece of armor.
Okay. Okay, so I have...
That said, you only have the one piece of armor, but still.
I've actually got 2, thank you.
Well, okay, point. So Gage, you see, your other 2 party members walking down the road with some people wearing that armor.
Yeah, I should probably go with them.
So, you said you were, hunting someone down.
Fugitives, yes.
Any specifics?
Uh,
Were they
some bandits who, among other things, stole one of the wands of defoliation and used it to discover a pass in the mountains that we didn't know existed.
Ah.
Well, I'll be completely honest. I think we should start this off with a completely different statement. Did anything... Did your surroundings ever seem to abruptly change?
When you say abruptly, I mean no, but What kind of abruptly?
Like, that tree over there was a sapling, and now it's a tree.
No. No, that definitely did not happen.
Do you know what year it is?
Out of character. I don't know what year. I don't know what year it is as a GM.
Yeah.
Well, you can probably just say they say a year or a calendar.
Well, yeah, no.
Recognize.
To be fair, his answer is it is 2,372
I mean,
by the calendar of the Galatian Empire, which I'm certain you do not share because year 0 is when the Empire was founded.
well, here's the thing. I can internally compare that to when I asked the exact same question of the other party.
Yeah, that's why I put it forward.
The other party was about year 200. If that.
Oh boy! Do we know of the Galatian Empire?
Not much.
Aren't we pretty damn
That's what
sure it
the other
doesn't
guy said.
exist anymore?
Oh, well then, shit. Like,
I'm like,
so...
the reason we're asking this question is an incident happened that caused a group from the Galatian Empire from the Galatian calendar year 300 to appear.
Yeah.
Basically, there was what I think would be best phrased as a mass resurrection incident.
Yeah. Okay.
To the best of my knowledge, the Galatian Empire no longer exists, but given that time frame, it might.
To the best of our knowledge, it does, and I'm not terribly surprised because... let's just say that around about 300 was when everything went to shit, according to the histories. Most notably, Shion died, or otherwise went missing.
Shy what now?
You wouldn't know. Don't worry
actually,
about
That's
it.
why I asked.
We very well might. Was he a necromancer of some variety?
No. She was a dragon.
Ah, yeah,
Ah.
okay. I guess in this case we really don't.
But yeah, there was, I'm given to understand, some amount of magical cataclysm, or other. So if they got killed, not too surprising. That they came back, slightly more surprising, but I hear there was a mass resurrection, so...
Yeah, the incident with the castle of, shit. They told us the name of that castle, right?
If they did, I don't remember it.
Would I know the name of the castle then?
No.
No?
We'll just go with no.
None of us ever asked. Okay. I mean, we might be able to find Bucket and go, hey, Bucket, what was the name of the castle again?
Just like, we did ask for a name, though, of the... If
Yeah,
not
I think they
king,
might have just not had one. Oh, of the king?
that hired the necromancer, I think. That did that ritual.
Yeah, when you say it, they go. I don't know. Honestly, if they died however long ago, they're not going to be written down in the history books.
Good
It's
point.
fair, but you'd think that a completely ruined castle it was east, or it was west of the forest near here, right?
I think so. I'm
Yeah,
not looking at the compass right now.
it's like you'd think a ruined castle in the to the west of the forest from here would be pretty notable, but
He blinks at you a few times and says, "That would be notable. There isn't one."
I mean, there definitely was.
Yes, there absolutely is. If you really want, we can take you there. We might have left something. We might have missed something, so.
Right.
Regardless, that was the center for the mass resurrection.
We need to deal with
the
the fugitives first.
Yeah, that's fair. Assuming we aren't all operating on the wrong timescale, I really wish there was a conversion of your calendar to ours.
I mean,
Yeah. Well,
does this town have
if
a
it helps,
historian?
we have one summer and one winter per year. Although they're not much of a difference, honestly. Just more rain and less rain.
Unfortunately, that's probably not helpful enough.
I flag down a passerby. Excuse me. Is there a... Oh, sorry.
You're going to go looking for a historian.
Yes. Does this town have a historian?
Probably somewhere, but...
He stares at you for a moment and says, yeah.
That is not a...
Zaren's Emporium, 2 streets that way.
Thank you very much.
Well...
Turn.
And
Walk towards
all
it.
3 of you recognize that name. That's a wizard's shop.
Yes, and...
Like... so want a detour?
I'm already heading there.
Sure, fine.
Yeah, right now we're just trying to nail down the time scale, because the fact that nobody has ever heard of Galorian, or whatever it was, I'm sorry, I'm terrible at names.
It's an empire.
Galashion?
Galaxion. The fact that nobody has heard of Galaxion before strikes me as a bit odd.
Especially if it's an empire. They tend to
You've
expand.
had no contact outside of the mountains for a very long time.
That's entirely fair.
I'm a little bit worried myself, because I'm entirely certain that I've entered the parts where the stories say no one ever comes back.
That's true.
There are a lot of those places around Galaxion.
We might be dealing with something magic and bullshit.
Really?
Probably. I mean, we're adventurers now.
Say,
That
hold up.
sounds like an adventurer thing.
You... Hold up!
Ooh.
You said... Used a wand of deforestation.
Defoliation, yes.
Defoliation. Would they have passed through the forest to the east of here?
Directly through, yes.
Dryad.
They're probably dead.
We probably took their shit.
Whoops.
Seriously.
Like, I start digging through my bag.
Unfortunately, that's
Armor?
not going to really help here, because other than the gold... Actually, that's right, the gold didn't rust, or any of the
I
minted
pull out a gold
coins.
piece and show it to them. This look familiar?
He picks it up. Emblem of some guy on one side, emblem of a dragon on the other. Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
You're sure they're dead?
well, fairly certain.
they pissed off an elder dryad.
Yeah, she asked us to remove the shit from her pond. I've got some
Nope.
I thought it was
armor,
a
I've
lady.
got a rusted sword, I've got... this?
Wand of defoliation probably would do that.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I was
But-
wondering why a dryad would get so pissed at just a path being cleared, but...
Yeah.
That's probably the fact that they cleared that path at a dead sprint.
That sounds incredibly useful.
It also sounds like a good way to piss off dryads. Why don't we not repeat that mistake?
I wasn't planning on it.
Speaking of, I have no idea where the wand went. I can only presume that the Dryad claimed it.
You mean confiscated?
Yes.
8.
Probably. In our experience, in most cases when a Dryad gets her hands on one of those, it's gone. It's just gone.
You're not getting it back, right?
Even like 2 seconds later, it's gone.
Yeah.
To be entirely honest, that's the path we took to that to get to that ruined castle.
That's more than slightly concerning, since that's the path we took to get here.
Is the ruined castle just like gone, or did you miss it? That's strange.
Heard.
And it only stands there for a second, like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Are you Ghost?
Not that I know of.
Wait, does that mean
Yeah,
that everyone...
Anyway, I'd like to speak with this Dryad if we could.
Yeah,
Just
I
get
would
some
like
of the
that
personal
too.
details.
I suddenly had a terrible realization. Depending on how far away that ritual worked,
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, there might be bandits again, missing all of their everything.
Then the Dryad probably has already killed them again.
Just a bunch of naked dudes pop back up in the forest, and Dryad's like, what?
Oi! Down! Now!
Not?
The thing is, the reason we were asking you those questions about if there were any spontaneous changes around you is because the group from the year 300 we encountered has no memory of dying.
Yeah.
They were en route to that castle when suddenly the castle became ruined in front of them.
Huh.
Basically what
Yeah,
happened.
I get what you're saying, but there were no significant changes?
Yeah.
We're starting heading to a wizard shop, especially since I have a full transcription of a very specific ritual.
Let's see if, I'm sorry, did you say that in character, Xander?
Yes! Yes, I did.
I look at you and go, I understand you're curious, but one, I'm a scholar too, and two, I'm not sure if we really want to spread information of that ritual around at all.
Why the hell not?
One, did you see what it did? Two, I don't really want to get directly involved with the local government.
I don't think a wizard is part of the government.
Yeah, he's not, but if he lives here permanently, he might have ties.
So...
I would like to formally request, as a soldier of Glacion, that you please not spread any information about any hypothetical rituals if you ever make it into our empire.
So no hypothetical rituals, just regular rituals. Got it.
Got it.
To be honest, I think we should hold off from that for now. Like, if we're going to do anything, it probably should be with, like, a... If we find one, an international...
You arrive at the
Consortium
wizard's
wizards.
shop.
Knocking in,
Regardless,
knock,
let's
knock. Open the door.
try to...
Hello!
Let's
have
try
no-
to see if we can nail down.
Literally, knock, knock, opens door. Hello! We have interesting questions to ask you.
Looks up. Looks at the guys, their armor, looks at you again. You know it's not a good idea to try to rob a wizard's shop, right?
No, we
That
actually have
wasn't the
interesting
question I was going to
questions.
ask. I don't even know the answer to that one. It is fucking no.
That wouldn't
No.
have really been a question. That would have been more of a demand, honestly.
Yeah. Well, asking if it's a good idea, that's a question. But
Well, okay, let me think here. Step one, internally, the name of that one dragon that was mentioned.
Chion.
Shion. Do you know of the dragon Shion?
Oh, gosh. Little?
Okay, do you know roughly
Rumors?
what year it died?
No, I don't know that it died at all.
Or disappeared, but
Or that. Seriously, this is like I came across this once
Have you
Well,
ever
in a
heard of
journal
the
entry
Empire?
about reading a book.
Have you ever heard of the Empire of Galacion? Or whatever.
Glaceon.
Galacion. Close.
Yep. Once. Same spot. As I understand it, it was named after the Emperor Galus and his dragon, Shion.
Well, that's an explanation.
Would you like to learn more about that empire?
Yes.
Excellent. Gentlemen, this is what your resurrection means. You now get to be friends with the wizard.
If it's a resurrection at
resurrection?
all.
Yep.
It's complicated.
It's interesting. I can tell you the entire story if you'd like. I'm just kind of happy to be the guy selling things to a wizard for once. Well, making friends with a wizard. I'm not selling it.
While I appreciate your enthusiasm for spreading knowledge, I don't care.
What kind of wizard are you?
That was from the soldier, not from the wizard.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell this guy my whole life story. I rather want to go speak with that dryad, so I can make sure that my job has been done.
Yeah,
Oh,
just one sec. We'll do that as soon as I confirm something here. One, that journal, where was it, and do you have a rough date on the journal itself? If you don't want to tell me the former, that's fine.
In the pack of a dead guy. I don't know how long he had been dead. Wasn't in the sort of place where things tend to decay much. And no, I don't know how long ago it
Turn
was.
around. Any of you guys missing a journal?
Journal said the year was, I want to say somewhere around 15? No, 150, yeah. Somewhere around 150.
Oh. Oh, shit.
I think.
Even older than that previous one.
Yeah, shit. Oh.
Well,
Alright.
we might come back. We might come back and detail that story a bit later. But these soldiers really want to make sure their job is done.
Yep. We may return.
Probably will return even.
Close this door. That wizard just had
as you leave the shop, one of the rescued soldiers, one of the ones who was resurrected, walks past, and both the guys with you and the guy walking into the shop completely fail to notice each other.
Can I roll to see if I notice?
You absolutely notice. All of you notice. Soldiers don't.
Hey, man. How you adapting to the new age? I say to the resurrection.
He turns around, responds, "Pretty well." What?
So, we found more of you.
Yeah.
They're from a different era, but
Maybe.
I think they're from 2000 something or other.
That would be a different era.
Yeah.
So,
Holy shit, that
soldier.
ritual.
You're from the year 300, then? Yeah. I'm talking to an old geezer.
Please tell me the guy that says that is older looking than.
Yes. Absolutely.
Anatoly just kind of playfully glares, "Hey, respect your elders."
So, what were you out doing when you died?
Okay.
And the two of them get into an in-depth conversation going over their respective missions, which I'm not going to talk out because it would take forever.
Because we know the frickin'...
Yeah, I'm actually going to write down basically everything they say, if only as a historical curiosity. No.
Roll perception.
Perception.
Congrats.
16.
Okay. Okay, actually, that's fine. You did make it.
I have 11.
You hear the scratching of a quill behind you.
Sure.
Did the wizard come out?
Yeah, the wizard is at the door recording the conversation as well.
I stop writing mine and go, hey, it looks like you got this.
Doesn't even acknowledge you.
He is too...
Might want to buy a copy of that when you're done.
Time passes. Eventually, they come to the conclusion that the old guy does have something to buy here. And the new guy does really want to meet that dryad.
Yep.
At that point, can I be playing dice with one of the other soldiers?
Absolutely.
6s!
I'm intently listening. Well,
Yeah.
okay, that's true. I don't understand the language. I'm really starting to want one of those
It is such a
comprehend
useful
language
item!
things.
It is such a useful item.
Because the thing is, I know
Only
a lot
now
of languages.
realize that the wizard has been writing it down the whole time. So clearly, this wizard, he knows languages.
Or he has
Yep.
the same thing I do. But seriously, Helm of
Oh, he
Comprehend
very well might
Languages
just cast
and
it.
Read Magic is just a wonderful item. I started off with one in another campaign, and it never stopped being helpful. Every instance where the DM's like, okay, what languages do you know? Oh,
Yes.
It's just perfect to say yes. As long as
It's like circumstances can still come up that make you not able to use it, but not commonly.
Yeah. Is it not a secret language? Yes. Cool. Then yes, I know about it.
Anyway.
As you walk off, the wizard shouts over, "Before you go, your stuff's done enchanting."
Oh, cool.
Yay. Right on my chain shirt.
I noticed that you made one of the stats passive perception, so I filled it out, Todd.
I completely forgot that I fiddled with the stats.
It's the only stat you did. Passive perception. Okay.
Huh.
Is
There
that
it is.
passive perception is 10 plus
Perception plus 10.
Yep.
There are also a few things that actually modify it. I once had a party member who had a plus 20 to their passive perception. So, it literally were better at seeing things if they were only half paying attention.
Also, Xander, just to follow up on a comment I made before, Celestial Armor has a cumulative AC of plus 9. And that's not including your dex bonus that it has a high max too.
So, what I've got right now is plus 9, effectively. Because it's 4 plus 1 because of my armor focus, plus 4 because it's plus 4. So, plus 9 total.
Anyway, it appears we are moving locations.
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Are we going back to the
Yeah,
forest?
Probably.
The forest path, yes.
Man, I hate the forest. There's like cannibals and shit there.
And you. No. And
We just start preparing.
Alright, do I need to use the summon button?
Yeah.
Probably.
Where does the summon button live?
To the best of my knowledge, the best way to summon somebody is you plop down a bookmark and then you can just click on it and summon.
Having fun there?
There we go. Now where are you summoned us at the opposite end of the board. Or actually, that's probably the last place I was looking on this board.
Yeah, it's a thing of... I kind of wish that DM mode had this ability cut into the terrain.
What color do you all want to be, as far as base color goes?
I actually don't care, but if I had to choose one, it'd be either black or blue.
Yeah.
Tangerine. So, just whatever. Okay, I guess
That sounded like orange to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen a tangerine.
This just means that I can...
Not that I know.
What, did you not expect to have soldiers with you?
No, just never saw a tangerine.
It looks like a tiny orange.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
then
much.
Probably have then. I thought it was
Yeah.
a very different looking fruit.
Nothing else, my family loves them. And just like, let me see, last time we encountered the Dryad is about right here. Excuse... Oh. I see it.
You're about to scream in her face.
She just walks over. Yeah?
It's like, 1, we're still alive. 2, it appears that those bandits you killed earlier were also the subjugation target of a certain group that's, behind us, I gesture. So they wanted to...
Oh, a week or two?
Yeah, it's not that long. Regardless, they wanted to talk to you about whether or not their job is done.
I'm willing to tell you that that did not happen. She starts speaking with the guards, in common this time, and they just verify the appearances of the bandits. And the guard turns to you. Well, that's that. Yeah, what do we do?
Well,
Hello?
actually, that's a so, you say that there is now abruptly a path from Galorian to...
Galashian.
Or, I'm sorry, I'm not sure whether I should be screwing that up in character or not. I feel like my character wouldn't screw it up even though I do, but... Still, it's like, you say that there is now a path from Glacian to, well, other places.
Yes, there is.
I feel like this might end up coming up in the future. And, I mean, I was more thinking it'd be good to make some sort of official contact, but on the other hand, we aren't exactly... 1, we're not exactly diplomats, and 2, we're definitely not official. Especially since, at least I'm not nationality bound, are you two?
Nope. That's why I'm here.
Actually, that's fair. It probably is good to, assuming you guys don't have the Adventurers Guild, or even if you do, it'd probably be best to lay out what they are, because they're the most likely ones to show up. Hmm.
Okay.
How long is it back to your home?
Not long. A day or two, perhaps. If we make it back at all.
That's fair. Do you mind if we accompany you then?
Yeah, go ahead. The Dryad just wanders back into the forest during this conversation.
It's like,
Have a good day.
thank you very much.
The three just start moving along the path in the same direction you already were. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah, we should at least be able to point it out.
So, as you proceed down the path, I see one of our members has encountered an error.
He clipped through the ground.
Yeah, like I don't have anything built for a while here.
Oh, is this the left you were talking about?
Hmm?
God, I'm sorry. We had no way of knowing it was left.
To be perfectly fair, you just said don't go anywhere that starts with Z. So
Yeah, no, you guys are fine. Don't worry about it. I mean that I didn't build any more forest paths. As you proceed down,
right
there comes up, on either side, you can see through the breaks in the trees, a mountain, which you recognize from before. But something seems off. Everyone who has it, roll survival.
Yeah, like, didn't this path originally lead directly to the castle?
More or less, it was quite a long path, and you are going through, the mountain pass that you're going through now is something that you went through before.
Well, I got a 10.
I got a 16.
So, Gage, without you really even thinking about it, your instincts suddenly alert you that despite the fact that you know you've been here before, it's different.
No, I think
You can do with this information what you want.
Hey, I know I didn't get very high on survival, but do you want me to roll a memory check? I'm forgetting what you roll for a memory check.
No.
Okay.
There will be another survival check a little bit further on here.
Anatoly just kind of tells the rest of the party, he's like, no, something's different about this place.
So the path that you're following is getting progressively thinner, more overgrown, and more overtaken by the jungle. To the point where the guards in front are having to cut through it to move forward. And they don't seem even a little bit surprised by this. The guard glances back and says, the road is just another, hour or so into the forest. You might be thinking of that. Well, I say forest. As you look around and you're clearly more in the jungle now.
Yeah, I didn't let him. If that was correct.
No. Everyone roll perception. No, not perception. Survival.
Oh boy.
18.
You're
25.
becoming increasingly certain that there's something fucky going on. Not least because, as you look back at the mountains, last time you were here, this was a barren wasteland.
Oh, it was the ritual fucking up everything. That makes sense.
It,
Anatoli's more concerned by the fact that he's sailed to and from the castle several times, and it was still as it was, but now we're back, and now it's not.
well, we're not at the castle.
So, the castle you're talking about is gonna be at the coast, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's head there. He says, clearly not expecting there to be a ruined castle.
Well, I mean, we head there, roughly.
So a bit later, you break onto a road, or a certain value of road. There's some tiles and square stones inlaid into the ground that are a bit overgrown. And if any of you have detect magic active?
Not currently.
Do you want me to roll a check to see if I get the premonition do so?
Funnily enough, yeah. The two spellcasters here, roll perception.
I do not.
Okay.
I am too
Over
busy
there with the...
I'm too busy looking at the differences in terrain to even think of it.
You're accustomed to magic, and you swear you feel a touch of necromancy. I don't know. Do you cast Detect Magic? No, but the road, it's an interesting thing. You don't think you've ever quite seen this before. The road has had a startlingly powerful necromancy spell cast on it so many times that it basically just has a permanent echo. The kind of thing you detect right after a spell is cast.
I also do the same, and do you want me to roll either Knowledge Arcana or Spellcraft check or some combination of the above to try and figure this out?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, one, the other, or both?
Both. Arcana first.
Well, the Arcana check got a nat 20, and I have a base Knowledge Arcana of 18. The Spellcraft check just got a 21.
You guys have very different capabilities in Spellcraft.
I have 18s.
I got a 10 in my spellcraft.
Oh man.
Anatoly
Yeah.
can also use Detect Magic, but can't be bothered.
I forgot that you're a caster. Yeah, you are.
Surprise!
You'd probably be even more noticing the necromancy than the other two.
Yeah, considering I'm a war priest, but yeah.
Yeah, the from what you can pick apart of the spell, this has got to be the defoliation magic they were talking about. Cast up and down this road dozens, possibly hundreds of times.
No. Fuck is defoliation magic part of the necromancy subtree? You'd think it'd be a death subdomain.
Yeah, that's necromancy.
I thought
Didn't know
necromancy
that?
was a specific subcategory.
No, it isn't. No, it's not.
Although, I'm pretty sure there is a death subdomain.
Yeah, necromancy is an entire school, like evocation.
Yeah.
And it's not terribly surprising to either of you that a spell that destroys plants would be in the necromancy school. Indeed, there's a fair chance that you know of a few.
Yeah. I'm amused that there is a subdomain of necromancy just called life.
So, as the three soldiers turn left down the path, are you guys going to make any comments about the necromancy?
I mean, I'm gonna say, so the defoliation magic that has been cast repeatedly on this road, you know, apparently it's necromancy subdomain, which isn't surprising.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yes.
it doesn't surprise
Damn
me.
near the only way to get around.
Well.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we go, and I want to make absolutely sure that we're, I make sure we don't take any detours to the best of my memory, because I have fairly good memory.
Well, it's getting bloody hard to navigate because you cannot see anything but jungle.
Even with the deforestation magic? Huh.
Well, it doesn't go very far out from the road. It doesn't go very far out at all.
Oh, man. I don't think we should be here anymore, guys.
Sorry, one moment. Need to delete those guys off the other board. Okay.
Its locations seem roughly correct.
So, the guard says, does it seem roughly correct? No! So, the guard says, you encounter anything like this before? You have no idea.
I'm like, what are you studying over there? I rack my head for Blaine's knowledge. I rack my brains for Blaine's knowledge.
This isn't any plane that you know of.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, this is. I'm completely sure of it. This is not planar bullshit.
It could be demi-planar bullshit, to be fair, but
It's like, if it was anything at all, it was demi-planar, and I guess they'd have to have, like, imposed it over? I don't know how we would have entered and exited with the damn boat, though. Speaking of which, the boat.
Oh, Gage. By the way, you were able to easily sell your boat.
I don't doubt that.
Are you guys going to approach the giant wall?
Yeah, I mean, if they continue to.
They just kind of stand to the side and watch you, actually.
Yeah, we're sitting there discussing things. It's like, I'm not gonna. Is this a coastal town?
Yes.
If I actually look at the coast, I might be able to make some determinations about location.
So, the guards say that this is a coastal town, yes, but so far you're jungle with a giant fucking wall in front of you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, by the way,
You don't recognize the jungle, and you don't recognize the giant fucking wall.
it does. Basically, to my memory, should this be about where the ruined wall of the castle should be?
No.
No?
No. A bit before, you think? Yeah, there was definitely a ruined town before you got to the castle. This wall would be a bit before that. Yeah, no wall.
It's like, so this could have been there.
Yes. So's the jungle, for that matter.
I'm like, okay, look, we're not going to get anywhere if we don't, work our way bit by bit. Especially since with this sort of mass incident, we very well could have gotten caught up in it as well.
Anatoly is sitting back here thinking about all the stuff we took from this place and just goes, yeah, I'm not approaching that.
I roll my eyes. I'm like, well, I was like, can we get your assurance to go in there?
Yeah,
Since we don't
you'll be
have
fine.
anything. Okay.
Hold! Someone shouts from up on the wall.
And I mean, I hold.
I'm just gonna say, back here. Roll Will.
Alright. Wait, roll... Oh, roll will. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just him. An obvious illusion of a guy appears in front of you with his hand indicating for you to stop.
And I mean, I do stop, though.
Yeah. And you hear a noise to your left, whooshing.
I mean, I glance. I have a pretty high passive perception.
There's a large swath of black gas, perhaps? And the plants shrink back, blacken, and crumble at its touch. And you just see a wizard walking along the wall, wafting the plants away from it.
Internally, I decide that that's a solid explanation. That means that this jungle grows so goddamn fast that they have to. Anyway, still, I look back at the illusion in front of me.
It's honestly just holding its hand out and shaking its head at irregular 5-second intervals. I guess and yes.
Anyways. Looking at the illusion do that for a couple seconds, I look just back up at the top of the wall.
The illusion vanishes, and someone on top of the wall says, "So, who the hell are you?"
A passing adventurer from nearby. We're curious about, honestly, the layout of the land because it's not how we remember it.
The guard shouts behind you, "They're adventurers? And, I believe we're the first people to ever come back from outside. We brought visitors with us." The captain stares at that for a moment. And then the massive door slides open just a bit.
Thank you. Just reassume formation.
I mean, if you're trying to not be noticed, I guess roll sneak, but...
I guess it doesn't terribly matter much, but...
Yeah.
I'm like...
That moment when I noticed that there's a fucking hole in the ground over there. God damn it.
I frankly don't look like I'm prepared to fight at all, although on the other hand, that might not actually be the case.
The three, you're stopped by a guy at the door.
Oh.
Specifically this guy. Says, "So, what's your business here?" As the three people you walked in with walk immediately into into the tent over there.
I'm like, well... I was like, to be more specific, we're curious about the layout of the land, because the last time we remember going through what to our perception was this area, it was different.
I see. So you'll be wanting an adventurer's license, I presume?
Yes,
we won't be having one.
Sorry, repeat that?
You do! You do have to pay taxes on them, yes.
Regardless. Also, it'd be nice to reconcile what this nation's internal adventuring system and the adventure system we came from have as differences, both in rules and regulations.
But here's how it works. You get a license, and anytime you do a job for someone who isn't the government, pay us 10%. Taxes, as I said.
Like, 10% actually isn't that bad, all things considered. The fact is that the International Adventurers Association, from where we came from, only managed to get away with what they did because they had a massive amount of political weight. Yeah, exactly. So 10% isn't exactly bad, all things considered.
License?
My license was granted to me.
Roll perception.
All of us are.
Yes.
Alright.
At 24.
27.
There's a boom in the distance. It sounded like a bit on the wall. And, the dwarf just goes, ah, shit.
I'm like, do you need help
And
with something?
runs in a door.
I literally yell, do you need help with something?
Maybe, he shouts as
Maybe.
he climbs up a ladder. Yeah, up a ladder. Honestly, I just used shift, so.
Well, I'm doing something.
You are doing something.
I don't know if I went too far. No.
There's a bard in the back that just starts playing an epic tune.
Snore, I glance out. Yeah, just... Do you need help with that?
Could you?
First of all,
As
I
it
pop...
hits the wall again and starts trying to crawl up.
I pop fly from my armor. So...
And it's only sitting here wondering if it was sent by the Dryad.
Oh yeah, that's fair. We should probably roll initiative, shouldn't we?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's nat 20 for me.
We have high initiative today. I'll put it in battle chat. A word for the fact that it was a
Alright.
nat 20 gauge, I would actually be faster than you.
You'll have to excuse the names because I put absolutely no effort into them. By which I mean, they literally haven't been renamed.
Oh, by the way, I roll a quick, is this a knowledge arcana or knowledge nature check to figure out what this thing is?
Whatever. Either one.
In that case, I guess I'll roll arcana. It's a 33.
It appears to be a large and somewhat enraged treant.
Hmm.
Also Anatoly's turn.
Yeah, so Anatoly's just kind of looking there. It's like, well, there's not much I could really do until it gets up here, if it does. Which one looks like the Brad?
The guy behind you with the guitar.
Oh, that is a guitar. Okay, I'm just gonna scoot over and tap him with the Eagle Splendor, so he gets +4 charisma for 10-ish minutes.
Frankly, I might as well, but yeah. I guess I'll make a comment at it. Regardless, I think I probably do actually speak Sylvan. Let me double check. Yes, I do. I mean, I will. First of all, I'm casting Cat's Grace on myself. So.
Okay.
And then. That's just to be sure. I'm gonna, float down the wall and then ask, in Sylvan, what exactly seems to be the problem?
The only response you get is it not obvious?
And I reply with, frankly, while it is somewhat obvious, it doesn't seem like they're impinging very hard on the jungle itself, and they're only keeping it to their own walls. And the occasional
roads. And yes. Well, it need not be anything more than it is. Did you turn over yet?
I do give a warning of it's just like, I happen to be taking shelter in this town, and I will need to fight you if you continue this.
You don't even get a response.
Also, just to make it entirely sure, do I actually have any intimidate check? I guess I do, but it's not really worth it. I mean, depends on whether you say I talk too much to make an attack. Actually, wait, no, I already took a standard action, so yeah, it's not my turn. So, bonk.
So, it tries to smash you against the wall.
Okay.
Does a 34 hit?
34.
Yeah.
Does. Well, yeah.
What about a 19?
19 definitely does not.
Okay.
I would be tempted to cast Avon's parry, but yeah, fuck it, it's already been done.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Dad.
So, you get slammed up against the wall for 20 damage.
I mean, that hurts.
Siege?
Just imagine it slams me against the wall, and I stare it right back in the eyes and go, very well done.
So you have chosen death.
Since I can't be bothered to scroll up for it, yes. Hey, it's much better. Roll to confirm. That's a nice roll. This is versus touch AC, right? Okay, you hit. Seriously? Scorching Ray isn't touch?
Pretty much guaranteed touch.
Yeah, okay. You hit. For that matter, if I recall spell to hit bonuses correctly, you're physically incapable of missing. I mean, it's a giant tree that's not making any particular effort in dodging, so. Yes. Throw a bunch of D6s at it. All right. The soldiers unleash a hail of arrows and bolts at it. It's about as effective looking as you'd expect. I mean, it does seem to be more irritated. Anatoly?
Oh no, Anatoly kind of had a bad idea, but it would be funny. Yeah, it's kind of worth it. So, as a swift action, I'm using one of my fervors to cast Iron Skin on myself. Are you sure? Anatoly's gonna come over here, just kind of squeeze his way between the two archers, and just Dark Souls dropping attack the treant.
Yeah, that's so.
Flap. Let's see. Just 21 hit.
Yes.
Cool. That's 17 damage. And do I take anything from that fall?
I mean, that was a fairly severe fall. You gotta make me look up fall damage. That's not what I want. You don't take much. Yeah, because you landed on the treant and slowed your fall with it, you don't take any damage.
Nice. These fucking archers up top are probably like, what the fuck is this maniac doing?
Getting the bad guy, clearly.
Do not mess with the person who is willing to drop off a castle wall directly on his opponent.
Yeah, Elrajith is just getting there ready to fight this treant, and all of a sudden this giant, chunk of purple armor comes hurtling past him and just lands on the treant's face. Anyway, it's your
And
turn.
carves a gash down it, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah, have we figured out this thing's AC other than what we know from the stat sheet?
21 hits.
Okay. Excuse me a moment, this is... My task manager seems to have, stopped tasking. With another task manager, yes. Okay, and... there. Alright. That's what I needed to do. Anyways. I am going, and the reason I'm playing this out is I'm going to be using the cheekiest strategy I have in my book. Which is intentionally reducing my 2-hit to the point where if I hit, I have to crit. So let me do a calc real quick. Oh, also, you want to know what I took last level?
Uh-huh.
I took Elemental Spell.
Wait, what level are you, Sean?
And
Okay. Never mind.
I took Elemental Spell, and if I remember correctly, the element I took is Fire. Let me double check that, because everything is currently hanging on my machine, and I don't know why. I mean, Chrome's probably eating an amount, but not that much.
Remind me how many tabs you have open?
How many I have open, or how many are actually eating memory because I have a plugin that guts the ones I'm not using from memory? Kind of have to, because otherwise I have like over 80 tabs open.
There you go.
Are you done? There we go. Alright. Beats an ability, elemental spell. Never mind. The elemental spell I have is acid. I can't do fire. That's kind of sad. Anyway. I'm still going to do the cheeky strategy, though. Which is... I can receive a +2 circumstance... Or wait, no, more than that. Up to my intelligence bonus. And my base to hit with my one... Jesus Christ, it's +22. Okay.
I believe at you. Yes. I know what I said.
I'm gonna say, this
Alright.
thing's AC is so shit, you're gonna have a hard time pulling that strategy.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm just going to have to, just to make sure. First I defensively cast. And I take a -5 to hit. I think I'm glad I did.
So what's that to hit?
No, that's my concentration check for defensive casting.
Oh.
And I think I'm really glad that I did that, because I did the previous thing, because my total plus to concentration is... It's like... Damn it, where did I write it down? It's been a fat minute since I played this character. Okay. That's a plus 16 to defense. Okay, yeah, I did. I'm really glad I took that -5. Okay. And now I roll the hit. There we go!
Tasty.
I assume this is rolling to confirm crit time?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, crit confirmed. Unless you have worse than a +4.
Yeah, no, even with my minuses, I still have a plus 17. No. Plus 15. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna roll my other 2 attacks in this chain.
I see.
Rolling to confirm both crits.
Well, it did its best.
Yes, I don't confirm that nat 1, but I'm not sure if I
Neither
confirm
of
that nat
those
20.
confirm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
AC
neither of those
21.
confirm.
Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. That means I do... One, two... 3, 4? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Oof. What's the
Yay.
total damage on that?
The total damage is 122.
All right. You know Sylvan, don't you?
Yes.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
So, with a look of sudden and severe panic, and with noticeable flaking of skin or bark or whatever all over its body, it screams. Everyone except Gage roll 2 fortitude saves.
Except for me?
You're out of the AoE.
How? I'm right in front of it.
Didn't make the first one.
Oh, that's harsh.
Gee, hold on a moment. I'm not my swashbuckler. Never mind.
So, what did you guys get? Right, and Sean?
For me, that's 11, but it's a nat 1, and 27.
Okay. Oh, the poor guard's up on the castle. They're not having a good time. Let me just get the totals here. This is gonna be funky to add up. Okay, Sean. Take 78 damage.
Ow.
Right? And, Prestige? Take 48 damage. Yeah, 48.
Oof.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that downs me. Actually.
Yes, you did.
It's a little concerning when I'm looking over here and I see the paladin fell over.
You rolled a nat 1, okay?
Ouch.
Okay. I am barely not dead. I'm just down.
Yeah.
It's spell damage.
It was a little difficult to get.
Freeze!
I mean, these are touch attacks, right? You hit. You realize you have a bigger bonus to hit than it has touch AC. Alright. The, Bard, who just barely wasn't hit, goes, oh shit, oh fuck. Ends his performance with a flourish. It grants everyone 4 HP.
I'd like to point out that he also has a +4 to his charisma still. If that affects anything.
For this one, it sadly doesn't. Although that was an astoundingly bad roll. But, Sean, you get 4 HP. Aren't you so happy?
He could have rolled max and not gotten me back up.
Yeah. He then does something slightly more helpful, insofar as, with his standard action, casts Cure Moderate Wounds. Mass.
Am I actually in range of that? Also, aren't I technically out of line of sight?
I mean, yes, but he will actually move up to just get sight of you.
Hey, wait, hold on. So Sean's down. Is he just kind of floating there uselessly now?
Yes. I just double-checked the rules on going unconscious while flying, too.
Okay.
Okay, so he heals 26 damage.
Okay.
Anatoly,
Cool.
as everyone else up on the battlements is either slowly trying to put themselves back together, or not even getting up.
Fair enough. Well, as a swift action, I'm giving my weapon flaming, and then I'm swinging at it twice. That's still 21.
You hit.
No, hold on.
Just.
I feel like I miscalculated that. No, it was 21. Anyway.
You hit. Just.
Cool. Well, first of all, that's 5 fire damage plus 13 physical. And the second swing. That probably doesn't hit. Let's see. 20.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
I can finally write down what my health is.
So, How much damage do you just deal?
5 fire plus 13 physical.
Oh, okay. Oh man, Sean. I have a challenge for you.
Don't kill it.
Yeah,
Is it at 1 health?
not quite. Just at 2 health.
Amazing.
I hate to say it, unless you want me to make a roll to know that, I don't know that in character.
Yeah. It looks even more beat up than it did when you basically flayed it, but
I played it and made it basically detonate with lightning.
that's how you flayed it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I will burn one of my other casts I have right now. And, yeah, first, rolling defensive casting at a -5. I'm really glad I did that! Jesus Christ.
You're very bad at defensively casting today.
Apparently. Thank God that when I take that -5, I get plus 16 to my defensive casting. Which means that I still only beat the DC by 1. Now I make 3 attack checks. Oh, for fuck's sake. Actually, hold up. What? Its AC is 21, right?
Supposedly.
Oh my god, this might have actually worked out. Yeah,
Gonna
the
be
first
rolling
one fails to
confirm
hit.
those crits?
Rolling to confirm that second crit. Or rolling to confirm the nat 1 crit and the 19.
Phenomenal.
You ground your sword on the wall.
Does it actually go off?
Yeah.
Fuck. That last one no, it doesn't. That does not confirm. God damn it.
Yeah, hit though. It's still hit though.
Wow, if it weren't for that nat 1, though, I probably would have, absolutely nuked this sucker. 15
Look at
damage.
the area.
It's just in front of the castle. So many dice.
Yeah. It crumbles to the ground.
Yeah? You said how much health it had left. Actually, wait, does it? Even with its damage resistance?
You have a page open, but it's not necessarily the page that
Fair.
I'm using.
Maybe it doesn't. I just suspected it was based on it. Anyway. And I know it's not the page you're using, because... well, one of its attacks was definitely not normal, and I definitely did more health than it would have normally had there. Anyway.
Yeah.
I am in fucking pain!
For all that, it appears to be still alive.
I'm seriously considering coup de grace-ing it just because of how much it's pissed me off now. Yeah. Regardless, first, I float down to Anatoly. Can I ask for healing?
Yeah. Fervor.
This is a wall that is designed explicitly to not be climbed.
He's still probably trying to slide down it. And how much health?
All that thought.
They went as far as to sand it smooth. Roll acrobatics.
Okay, so I did. Okay. You take 18 healing damage, Sean.
Okay. Well,
You're
that's a little
unable
better.
to climb down the wall, but you catch your fall pretty well. You hear the sounds of a bard healing people up on top of the wall.
I mean, are they mass heals?
Yes. Yes, they are.
I poke my
And
nose up.
another 40 or so healing.
40?
I'm not... Yeah,
Okay.
40.
That's also quite a bit better. Thank you! But it's just the Magus poking his... Probably it'd be more like this, just poking his head up over the wall.
You see a ridiculously muscled guy peek his head out and look down at the treant.
Where? Oh god, this man looks familiar.
He is kind of wearing the Empire's soldier's uniform, except he just did not bother to put on a shirt.
Does this man look like a certain bucket?
No.
Oh.
He then returns back into the tower and and cracks the door open and shouts down, "You guys want to head back in? Way is open." No.
Probably not. Should we dump it back in the forest, or should we finish it off?
Just kill it.
Okay.
That's probably the strongest we've had in a while, but those are an everyday occurrence.
You don't need a roll for coup de grace.
Yeah, unless if he wants me to... Because realistically, I don't know how tough this thing actually is. I probably would coup de grace it with a shocking grasp.
Yeah.
You coup de grace, it rolls to survive. It fails. You have killed a tree.
Yeah! Hooray for deforestation! You get sticks. Sure.
Knowledge nature.
Please tell me he just gets a bottle of maple syrup. Just bottle and all.
Yeah, sticks. Bitches love sticks.
I mean, I guess I'll float back in through the door just to be absolutely certain that there isn't like some sort of anti-fly ward.
Yeah, Anatolia's already gone back through the door and back up.
Yep. Feel like that was a mini boss.
I'm not even gonna get a license. If I don't have to, anyway. I mean, we're adventurers. Who's going to try and stop us from adventuring?
military.
Oh no. How horrible.
It wouldn't really.
So, I'm gonna say first, the sign hanging over it says the guardhouse.
Oh.
And you can. The guy who greeted you at the door says, "You've earned a drink. Come on, let's go to the guardhouse."
Alright, thank you.
Anatoli's up here on the wall just looking at the nods.
Where are you? Oh, you went all the way up there.
Oh yeah, I just kind of climbed back up. It's like, yeah, is everyone, alright?
The guy on his way back down would have tapped you and gestured to follow him.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone up there is currently tending to the dead.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Looks up. What kind of shitty tavern would this be if we didn't have mead? You live a sad life, friend.
Aren't all taverns sad?
The guy walks up and says, "They just assisted in the defense, so yeah, drinks on us."
Like, I just kind of sit there, like, rolling my shoulders, like, God, that thing actually hurt a lot. Getting hit was honestly the less bad part.
He got screamed at by an angry tree.
Yeah.
We all heard it.
Yeah.
No, it's usually they don't scream at you. Usually they throw rocks.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that type. I consider myself pretty well versed, and that was not textbook.
So, no idea.
Although I probably stop flying around now.
Tiefling turns around. Fried eggs?
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright. I'm not gonna dig out the plate models, but he hands over some fried eggs. Well, you got your mead, and he just fried some eggs.
Hey, works for me.
Got some soup around, too. Still gonna be hot.
Like, so it's like, so exactly how often, I hate to phrase it this way, but how often do people need to be replaced around here?
Not too often. This is probably the worst day we've had in a few years. By the way, that came from the door guard, not from the bartender.
I can just imagine he and I are just sitting at the table drinking. It's just like, yeah.
You hear the tiefling thank you for the compliment from over where he returns to cooking.
Yep.
Decent. It's not great, but it'll do.
It's mead.
So, says the door guard, if you guys are wanting to get adventurers licenses, and I'm guessing you are, you'll want to head up to the Lord's castle. It's way on the other side of town.
Oh, okay. That's... For a moment, I was expecting you to say something that would have been mildly disturbing to me, but...
What were you expecting me to say?
That it was on the coast due direction from here.
It is. Yes, it is a big fuck-off castle. On a pillar of rock, connected by a single bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Drinks. No. He just has somebody in his employ.
How did you know that?
What if I told you history books? I say with a very, very neutral, like, you know, colon bar expression.
I'd be concerned. And I suppose I can understand why you're concerned at the location of the castle.
Hey, Hestiche! Didn't you scoop a bunch of those books into your bag?
Weren't those books from the cave outside of the castle?
Yes. Still.
You know, books he managed to salvage after the poor skeleton wizard's tiger exploded.
Yeah. Like, see, yeah, remember it summoned a tiger and the tiger exploded. And just like, grab the first one you see that seems to have history, particularly local history.
You poke through the books. None of them really seem to be concerned with history.
Oh well.
It was always
Yeah,
just
that's
another
true.
sip of his mead.
We didn't sell all of those.
Nope.
Yeah, I think they would.
Actually, surprisingly plain. I mean, they have some filigree around the edges, but it's just fancifulness.
I was like, well, we're just gonna have to handle this situation extended. Just to make completely certain, what year is it?
He gives the exact same answer as the guards that you met up with earlier.
Okay.
The same 2000 and something.
I'm just making sure.
It was 2153?
Yeah, something like that.
Huh?
Well, they officially said they were using the Galorian calendar.
Lashian.
Or Glash.
One day, Sean.
When you said Galorian, like 3 people in the tavern and the bartender and the cook corrected you.
I literally facepalm.
And it totally laughs.
I'm normally not this bad at names, I swear.
Well, how could you possibly not know the name? I'd call you bullshit. Bullshit.
Those guards who just barely came back in town a little bit ago, you can literally ask them.
Looks left. Looks right. I don't see any.
Yeah, it was a little bit ago. Anyway. Actually, hell, you were... Like, I turned to the door guard and say, you saw everybody that passed through here.
Yeah?
If it was only us, I'm more concerned now.
Oh no, you definitely did come in with some people who did profess that they were the first 3 to ever come back.
Yes. And we came with them.
Bartender looks at you and goes, shit. Really? Come on, you gotta be having me on. You can't be the first people in more than 1,000 years.
Well,
You can't.
be entirely honest, we also have the special position of being the first people to deal with a very specific situation. Put it simply, this entire situation might be incredibly complicated, and we're probably also going to end up discussing that with the Lord.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, my character generates a lot of possible theories in his head with no evidence for any of them, so whatever. He's just sitting there thinking very deeply while drinking. Just kind of casually waves at the person who meanders.
A soldier clinks up to the bar. Hey guys, I see you found the guardhouse.
Indeed we have.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was like, yeah, we found the guardhouse. We ended up fighting that one tree ant. That hurt.
I heard the shout. I'm not sure if I hate myself or if I'm happy that I wasn't involved.
Oh god, the
Probably be happy. The fact is, it managed to knock me out, and I fought a lich.
It was kind of a crappy lich, but it was still a lich.
Now that one...
Conspicuous lack of response.
That's fair. I'm a little too wave-smug around. A little too drunk to remember the exact specifics of its the definition of that sork. But
So, you guys wanted to head up to the Lord's castle, right? To get your licenses and just look at it?
yes.
Right. I don't really want to be up there. They need me on the wall, but I can show you the path that leads to it.
Yeah.
Well,
and it totally just looks at both you and Elrond. It's like, seriously, you had one bottle, you lightweights.
I've actually probably had more than one bottle at this point, but I'm only looking a bit drunk, but...
so, the Tavern Keeper says, if you're alright with bunks, we got you. If you want your own rooms, we only have 2 of them.
Frankly, I'm fine with either.
Bartender looks at Anatoly.
I don't particularly care.
Right, well, I'm not even going to ask for anything for the bunks. The room, 2 silver for a night. You can choose.
I mean, lots of the bunks are like literally made of wood. I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah.
You know, some animal skin stretched over them. They're alright.
And the other guy likes camping. I just personally kind of wanted to sleep somewhere that wasn't camping for once.
No judgment either way.
$2 silver for a night at an inn is pretty damn normal, especially if they don't have space.
And he totally looks into his bag and it's 4 gold. Like, yeah.
Just act like you're rich.
But I don't have a bluff check.
So, the soldier says, what happened here? Now, I love this story. After they built the wall, we needed a guardhouse, obviously, because the guards were getting pissy about camping. So they laid out the foundation, and they ran out of building materials. And while they were trying to get more creepy black stone, right across from the foundation of what was going to be the guardhouse, this madman says, pointing at the bartender, who grins, built a tavern and named it the guardhouse. The actual guardhouse was never finished.
I just look at him and just go, I'm proud of you.
Explains why this place didn't quite seem right. As a guardhouse, at least.
The tavern keeper chuckles. Now then, you want to have bunks? That'll just be straight up the stairs, door right in front of you.
Alright.
Mind the guards.
Thank you very much. I think I will turn in for now.
What time of day is it anyway?
Hold on. There. Does that work?
Yeah, that'll probably work.
This is funny to me, Todd.
Yeah?
The ceiling is actually too low to...
What?
I mean, I'll just teleport through, but,
Oh! You're right. I totally forgot about that. That's gonna make the stairs difficult to operate.
Not only that, but, like... Oop. Why did my character just teleport up?
I mean, I just forced myself through, so...
But there we go. Never mind. Anyway. God damn it. wave.
Most of the people inside are just asleep.
I wave at the ones that are weak.
Yeah, no, it's always gonna get the punk above him. Eh. There we go.
I actually managed to cram my character so perfectly that I actually can't move my character, which is interesting.
I can make it even less helpful by maneuvering Anatoly to be perfectly over you.
Yeah, when you made this tavern, I bet you that you didn't have the knockdown command.
Oh, actually, no. I made this tavern this morning.
Oh.
Damn, you work fast.
Well, Todd was up all night, but...
Fair.
Time passes.
Oh no.
Let me see here. I gained my level in health, right? Yeah. That is exactly enough to put me back up to max health.
Yeah, Anatoly wakes up 2 hours later due to his fantastic ring of sustenance.
You
do
wake
too.
up in the middle of the night. You can do what you want with this.
Cool. He's just gonna go back downstairs to the main tavern room and just pick a table and pray, I guess. For now.
So I'm not gonna bother cleaning up the main tavern room, but it's basically empty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably rest for a little while more because still probably in pain from yesterday. I mean,
The cook
not a
is
lot,
still
but...
there, and he gives you a bowl of stew.
Oh,
like,
cool.
probably like an hour or so after that, I probably also follow down and...
Anyways, while that's going on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
What's Satish up to in his tent off in the middle of the jungle? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on.
Why am I the final... Why does the universe just work that way, even if all I need is like 5 damage?
I was trying to scale that up, but it didn't wanna. So, oh well.
Should be. Anyway.
Are you doing anything
Yeah,
during the night?
Me? I mean, other than resting longer than I needed to, I'm mostly just doing spellbook prep. You know, like normal.
When you're doing spellbook prep, the bard wanders in and just quietly asks if you're still injured.
I'm like, nah, good night's rest did me good.
Alright. Where did your other party members get off to?
Well, I mean, Anatoly's in the room with me, presumably. And, I mean, Anatoly's right... out of character, Anatoly's right over there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, the other one is camping in a tent because he likes being outside, I guess. I don't know.
Camping in a tent. Yeah, I can handle that. Walks back out. Asish. A bard taps on the outside of your tent. It's the bard from the tower. I wanted to see if you could use any healing. Walks into the tent. Cast some cure serious wounds on you. I appreciate it, but I do need to get around, make the rounds. Sure then. Sips it. Thank you very much. That's quite nice.
I have returned.
Correct.
I have returned.
The bard came in and asked you if you were hurt at all.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Roll a d20. It is not today. You pull a rope, it goes thwip, and a pole hits you in the face.
It sounds like it's trying to disassemble you.
The answer to your question is usually. It is usually disassembling.
Is the bard just standing there watching this?
No, the bard headed off to go heal other people.
Okay.
As funny as this is, he does have a job to do. You're making progress. That time you didn't hit yourself with anything.
Traded it for a camel? What?
Don't ask a man who is in the middle of arguing with his tent.
Fair. Thanks, Tailspire Dice.
At this point, you're beginning to wonder if it's cursed.
Yeah, with a passive perception of 27, does Anatoly just hear this from within the guardhouse?
Yeah. Here, thunk. Ah!
I look at the cook and go, I think one of our wizards got into a fight with his tent.
I'm too busy perusing my spellbook. Right, you and I still need to handle you and I still need to do the exchanging. Actually, in character, this would probably be a time we start doing spellbook, or at least I start doing spellbook transcription.
That 11 does finally get it put away. Roll perception. Yes. Yeah, not the 12. The 12 just made progress. Nice. It is early morning, and certainly not very bright.
One sec, this is out of character. I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick while my character peruses his spellbook.
I'm just waiting for your reaction. He appears to be standing there.
Pretty spooky, man.
As you watch him, you swear you can see him shaking a bit.
Bucket? Hmm.
What was that roll for? Okay. Apparently.
Got into a fight with the Tens, and now he's being stalked by a shadow figure.
Okay. There's... No, you can't find anything out of the ordinary.
I come back and see a nat 1. What did he fuck up?
Another perception.
Perception. Twice.
Yeah, he's currently being cornered by a shadow person thing.
Honestly, to be honest, especially because I just came back out of character, I'm probably going to finish perusing my spell book and go out to make absolutely certain he hasn't, like, accidentally killed himself on his tent.
Roll perception.
Yep.
There's a shadowy figure there.
Yeah,
Doesn't
just to let
seem
you,
to have noticed you.
just to let you know, with my perception score, which I think is plus 12, yeah. Anyway,
You
Given the-
actually have a light, or
I have an ion torch.
oh yeah, that's a light.
By the way, with that perception, with that absurdly high perception check, even if it's from the back, can I roll something to figure out what this thing is? Or a person?
I mean, it appears to be a man in robes.
That's all I can tell. I'm also going to cast Detect Magic.
I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to see. So, to the detect magic, there's an aura that is somewhat faint.
Faint.
Okay. Yeah, faint. You can roll Knowledge Arcana to identify it. It's transmutation.
30.
I was about to say, watch me transmutation.
It's transmutation. Specifically localized on this man's feet. Yeah, they're covered in a robe, boss.
I mean, can I roll Spellcraft to identify the magic?
You can try.
Roger that. $20. Or sorry, did I say 20? That's
You did.
way more
Quite a
than
bit
the
higher
20.
than 20. 26, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, 26.
Okay. I sent you a thing.
Regardless, I kinda like, I'm not really explicitly trying to hide myself, but I'm not trying to be super noisy anyway. I like walk up behind this person's shoulder and go, so what are you doing?
He jumps half a foot in the air and goes, "Gah, foot! Damn it!"
The creeper got creeped on.
I was trying to be spoopy. Having a hard time holding in my laughter, too.
You're one of those.
Would be the first time. Won't be the last.
I look at him, and I literally put a hand on his shoulder and go, from him, it would hurt. From me, while less likely, it would hurt a lot more.
He turns to you. You can't see his face underneath the cloth, but something shifts, and he begins to cast a spell.
I mean, I'm still maintaining Detect Magic, so... Todd?
Yeah?
I'm still maintaining Detect Magic, so, Wow. Okay. That spellcraft roll is awful. That's, 20.
So, he's casting Dimension Door.
No, he's casting Dimension Door, and you're going with him.
That's nice. It's verbal only.
It's verbal only, and you didn't... You weren't in AOO range. Well...
Still
yeah,
weren't in attack of opportunity range.
Anyway, and I'm just like...
Right as you reach him, he vanishes.
Literally, the moment I notice him cast it with my hand still on his shoulder, I'm just like, bye then.
So proud of that man.
As I make it very clear that I knew what he was casting before he cast it.
Yeah.
Frankly, he was just being a creeper, and honestly, we were kind of threatening him anyway. Yeah, well, I snuck up on him, so I'd say that's revenge. Whatever. I'm gonna go back to my spellbook. I try not to pick fights where it's not necessary. Severity of recompense.
It's like, so did he beat the tent?
It's like, 1, he beat the tent. 2, he got spooked.
Huh?
There's a spooky man spellcaster who likes being a creep.
How so?
He likes hiding his face and walking silently and staring at people.
And it totally sits there for a second and just goes, that's great.
She honestly wanted to stab him, but he didn't really do anything. I might have ended up stabbing him if I didn't recognize the spell he was casting as Dimension Door.
Fair.
That and his immediate response to me accidentally sneaking up on him was not immediate hostility. So, that was funny. The creeper got creeped. Also, he's wearing Souls of the Silent Stride. I haven't seen that in a fat minute. Sorry, what do you say, Todd?
Time passes?
Yeah.
At least it presumably passes, I don't know.
Still dice all over outside the wall. Anyway.
All those ones.
I'm just like, well, so... As I slap my spellbook shut and presumably Hashish and I did some more spell exchanging. I still have that document, so I'll link it at you again at some point, but let's not interrupt the game with it. I think I updated this.
The doors slam open. Adventurers!
Yes.
Before you go, have you heard of the powers of the Orb of Winter?
I've heard of its power. I've heard of its powers, but whether it's actually present is a completely separate story.
Do you not see it in my hand?
I stare at it.
That's an ion stone.
That's an ion stone. I I literally look up at him with, that expression, the one from anime, the one where just a character is just like, really? And says, that's an ion stone.
Yes, the Orb of Winter.
What does it do?
I continue just staring at him.
It calls blizzards.
Oh, you should call a blizzard. It'll help with the trees.
One moment.
Wow, that was easy.
Continue staring at the entire time.
Roll perception, everyone.
Okay. 24.
Let's see. 23.
So, two of you hear him as he walks away. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Why the hell would they know that it's an ion stone?
By the way, with my check, do I know what kind of ion stone it was?
I
would have immediately popped. I even meant to say this. I would have popped Detect Magic immediately.
I wanted to see the blizzard.
That would have been a cracked incandescent blue sphere.
Those were words.
Right?
Oh, it would have looked about right, but...
What that does is a +1 competence bonus on one skill.
On one wisdom-based skill.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
To the contrary, I can think of exactly one good use for it off the top of my head. Gaining a +1 on your perception rolls.
Shots fired.
He didn't even have return fire, he just took the shots.
Oddly enough, as much as I realize why it's shots fired, I didn't actually intend it to be shots fired.
Good job, Sean.
I was actually being half serious there, but... I'm just staring and I'm like... That looked like a shop when I glanced at it earlier. Now I'm curious what he, supposedly has.
Hold on. These two patrons should not be here. There's a different bard, just kind of strumming.
Yep. Just walk in and start perusing the goods.
Oh man. As you look around the room, you see someone trying very hard to not be seen. He trips over a stool.
Literally turn, stare at him, and say, "What? Got cold feet?"
No. It's a guy in dark robes.
Is it?
Well, you recognize the robes.
Is it the?
I don't know, with those perception checks.
Question: is it the same as the wizard who just tried to sell the?
No.
Orb.
It's
Okay.
the wizard who cast Dimension Door.
Oh.
He
Then I probably
teleported
wouldn't have
like
said you
15
get cold feet.
As you approach, he's just like, nope, and vanishes. He even shouts, nope.
I'm like, you really managed to spook him, mate.
The noble-looking guy next to him just starts laughing. Have you returned to buy the Orb of Winter? Okay. Oh, yeah. He does that all the time. I don't think I do know where he lives.
Oh, the, Orb of Winners.
Yes.
Is that, one, your favorite orb, and two, are you saying it's for sale?
Yes and yes.
For how much?
10,000 gold.
Is it possible that I could try to use it to prove to see whether or not it's fraudulent first?
No, it's not possible for you to try to use it. It's simply impossible.
It is not physically impossible.
No, you see, it's like a vending machine. You gotta insert the cash before it works.
This guy, he's aware that we know he's a fraud and we're just standing in circles around him laughing at him, basically.
And it's always still back at the guardhouse.
Oh, that's true, but still. Oh, I think that's someone else. I think there's multiple merchants in here.
Yeah, that is someone else's collection of spices.
I'm just like, can I look at your other goods?
Of course. Oh my god, that candle is levitating. I'm just gonna leave it.
I really hope that was the wizard saying that in character.
and I kind of quietly say as I look at his goods, and I'm like, you know, any entry-level wizard or sorcerer can tell that isn't the Orb of Winners. Try setting the bar a little lower.
Okay.
I look at his other goods. What all is here? I guess I'll roll for it.
It's basically a normal shop. A noble walks over. Go easy, it's his second day.
Oof.
Mostly the same.
Anyway, regardless, that's to identify magic item properties, I actually get plus 20 instead, so that's a 34 to look at the various things on the shelf.
I mean, look, there's scrolls, there's a couple of spell books. Swear there's a jar of diamond dust back there.
Like, do spellbooks have anything in them, or are they just blanks?
2 of them are blank. 2 of them you can't buy the spell books, but you can pay to copy spells out of them. Look.
That's like, oh, we are allowed to just look. I don't like to put my hands on the merchandise without asking.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious when someone's copying down a spell.
I mean, I take a look.
I'm not going to generate a list, but these are pretty extensive, if low-level spellbooks. If there are any level 2 or 3, yeah, let's say 3 and below spells that you're looking for.
Ooh. You realize that as Maguses, we can only cast level 4 spells, right?
Oh. Level 2 and below spells, then.
Aww.
I didn't realize you were half-casters.
What a coincidence. So am I.
I'm saying at present level we can only cast.
Oh. Yeah, I'll stick with 2 and below for half casters.
Bad. Like, I know why, though. That's the reason I informed you. Yes? Oh. You're right, it's a Google Doc. It's up to you to copy it. Just because you've probably lost track of it, Todd. This is the doc that is being referenced.
This is gonna take forever, isn't it?
I just... not with this! I can just, duplicate this sheet out.
So, Gage, what are you up to over there?
Currently still just praying and waiting for morning to come before we talk to the Lord.
And then I can grab all of
Morning
these.
has more or less come. You know, the sun is starting to be up.
Yeah, but will the Lord actually be awake at this time?
Not at this time, but he'll be awake by the time you get up to his castle.
Fair enough. Suppose Anatoly will start making his way out looking for the 2 weirdos.
Okay, I literally do not own 90% of this.
There's a creepy guy in robes outside the tent who waves at you as you walk
back.
in.
Right, so what are you fools doing?
I'm like, somebody has an extensive arrangement of low-level spell.
Huh. Right, well, it's morning, so the Lord is probably soon to be awake-ish.
Hey, 1, will you be here like tomorrow? I'm
Yes?
saying, okay. 2, what's the cost of the copy?
I think that depends on which level of spell you're going for.
I'm asking for both. Not the cantrips. I don't care about the cantrips.
Oh, 1 moment. Takes out a book and starts leafing through it. Uh, 5 gold pieces for the first level and 10 for the second.
That is actually quite the reasonable price. I'll probably be back later.
Materials to inscribe them in your own spellbook not included.
Yeah, I figured. Thank you for specifying that, though.
Are you sure you don't want to buy the Orb of Winter?
I literally raise an eyebrow and smirk at him, like... I just stare at him for several seconds with, like, a bemused, knowing look.
Are you currently logged into Google? Are you sure?
You make a copy by going to the page, pressing File, and then pressing Make a Copy. Yeah.
Greetings. Out of character, I don't know spices. The spice merchant starts pointing out each individual bowl of spice. It's honestly nothing exotic, but it's pretty much everything you need to make whatever meal.
Oh.
And she's going over each one in detail, what it's used for, what it tastes like. Like 2.
Also,
Giant bowl of salt aside.
out of curiosity, I point at the, what looks like it should be a bookshop over in the corner and go, is the shopkeeper out, or is that not shop?
The shopkeeper looks around, currently out.
Well, I guess he's the hooded guy who teleports.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, he's just right outside.
The guy stands very, very still. Okay.
Actually, rolling perception. You say, unless you want me to start, just start grabbing it from inside the tent. You hear, "Oi!"
First off, he'd stop you, the robed guy says as you walk past the blacksmith. So, you're interested in books on herbology? Ah. What a lovely coincidence. I happen to have several. No. That one's mycology. Gold. Yeah.
Shouldn't
It'll take a while to copy them.
This is out of character. I'm like, or out of character. Can I copy down any books that will give me bonuses in knowledge, like nature or survival?
They give you bonuses if you have the time to read them and check through them. Yeah, you can absolutely... You can't copy them down necessarily, but you can buy them.
Yep. And you said it was like 3 gold?
Mm-hmm.
How much is it to get enough to get whatever the max bonus I can get from these is in books?
Max bonus you can get is +1.
Okay.
And if you're dealing with a mushroom, it only takes the 1 book.
Yeah, I know, but mushrooms
For other plants, probably like 2. Honestly, I'm surprised you're bothering to buy a +1 in knowledge nature.
Hey.
Extended only.
For 9 gold? In knowledge nature, and does it affect survival?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. For 9 gold, the +1's huge.
What was that roll for?
I just casually, not hard, but like swat Hashish on the back of the head. Yeah, probably.
Feel someone rest an arm on your shoulder, and a gruff voice say, "Don't." Uh-huh. And if you'd punched him in the face at that exact time, or even now, I won't argue about it. Just don't try to make it about the prices, okay? Okay. He knows. It won't help.
Right, so this is probably going to be a while, and I'm like falling asleep here, so I'm gonna drop.
Shit, sorry. We got being distracted by the shopping!
I can tell. Anyway,
I
I'm
shouldn't
out.
have placed a market here. It just wasn't a good idea. It's certainly an unusual one. It's an order I got from someone, and then they never showed up to pick it up. That bastard.
Knowledge. Knowledge what? What knowledge would I roll for identifying weapons?
I genuinely don't know. Not everything is engineering.
I can understand it.
Well, that covers that.
I'm either too busy reading or just legitimately don't recognize it. Flamberge.
Yeah, sure.
Hell.
That would be 3, but only 6 gold. They're actually just normal daggers. There's no difference between throwing daggers and regular daggers in Pathfinder. Taking care of your blades. What do you think? They're not scented. If that's what you're wondering. I wouldn't recommend it. God damn it, Theo!
Is that why the other guy left?
Walks back in. Yeah, I couldn't tell you about any tasting oils. It's really not what I do.
What?
Those were put down before people even started setting up markets here. Mostly, they're just off-duty time for guards.
Not really.
Hopefully you're not going to say that Dimension Door is useless. That'd be kind of, I just kind of watched you ascend. I never actually properly teleported him. I was just killing him and replacing him. Yeah. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's excellent, I promise.
Oh, wait, do we get XP for that treant?
XP for the tree? Yeah, probably. Yeah, 3,000 XP each.
It's not enough to level, but it's a fair bit of the way there.
Nice.
$101,267. $101,267. I got clobbered, but I also did clobbering. Yeah.
Huh?
It does. When you're in DM mode, just double right click on the floor inside. And if all else fails, see that little green icon on the right side of your screen? Not in my experience. Maybe they implemented it for a little bit and it was buggy.
Let me see this screenshot.
Oh, by the way, Sander, that all spells column will autofill itself from the spells you put in the level columns. As a matter of fact, as soon as you fill out the level columns, the sheets, the comparison sheets, like scrolls, other spellbook, and copy of other spellbook, it'll automatically compare against those when you put spells in the left-hand column.
I'm glad that shitpost status made it onto that screenshot. Yeah, no, that happens.
Not really. We'll just be dealing with spells.